Well, we'll see what happens. I just came into Howling Stones and did a camp check, and nobody responded north for a while, so I thought it was my lucky day that nobody was in north, and here's a bottomless feaster for me to use to get in. But then somebody responded and said north, so I'll clear my way in there at least to see what's going on, and maybe I'll end up being able to keep in there, or actually fight. Maybe the people will leave. Maybe they will wipe. Maybe they're not killing as much stuff as they think they are. Something. We'll figure it out. Excuse me. Got a little bit of fall allergy stuff going on, so you just have to bear with me coughing and sniffling into the mic, I guess. People in here. Jeez, oh Pete. Apparently, if I want to make videos in Howling Stones anymore, I need to do it in the AM. Although Europa was in here this morning. But, gonna have a hard time finding wings open for me to waltz around in with impunity if the zone keeps being busy like this. And I mean, it's a Monday night. It's not even like it's a weekend or something. It's still busy. Didn't think Theft of Thought was coming back up so quick. I was getting ready to go engage these golems up here. Well, I waited for it to come back up to suck up some mana from the skelly. It popped up early though. So these little feaster guys are always the ones who have a key for... Apparently I didn't send him at that guy. For north. They're usually not too hard to find. You know, you won't necessarily always see one up right here near the entrance because there's only 2 spawn points out of the 10 that are 11-ish that are near that it can be. But, you know, between the entry area and the basement, which is camped right now, you know, you got pretty good odds of them being around. And if somebody else is killing them, odds are they're not looting these because they're lore items, and, you know, there's no point in having them if you're not going to use it. So, you know, getting into north is usually not a big deal. Even if it's busy in here, or, you know, even if you don't want to kill stuff, sometimes just drop down and look for somebody else who's killing stuff down below. We'll go poke around to see what's going on up here. Try not to train myself while my pet's still doing his thing. that's west. I don't really want to... I don't want to go in there and try to look through the walls to see what's going on when I have a pet, because if charm breaks and he comes running, it might drag those 4 mobs that are just inside the doorway there in north onto me too. Maybe I could survive it, but I wouldn't put good money on it. Oops, theft of thought's not going to help with him. Ah, son of a... It's kind of funny watching them just stare at each other. Tilting their heads back and forth like, come at me, bro. There goes my rune. Better move back down, give myself some room to work with here. That's probably my pet, yeah. I forgot to mention at the very beginning of the video, but you know, I get people every once in a while who are asking questions. They post a comment on a YouTube, or they'll send me a message in game or something with questions about my hotkeys or my spells, or you know, anything. If you ever have any questions, just yeah, feel free to look me up in game, you know, No Man, or send me a message on the forums. My name on there is Techmost Deception, and then the same as my name on YouTube, or just post on YouTube or whatever. I'm always happy to answer questions. So, you know, my experience nowadays is a little dated. I'm not familiar with Velia stones or equipment or any new abilities. There have been a lot of changes, I think. Nothing that seems too substantial based on what, you know, not on my solo play anyways. I know they changed the way charm works and the way root works, and you can give pets weapons now and kill them to get them back and stuff like that, but that doesn't have too big of an impact on the kind of stuff that I'm doing in these videos. So I don't know what else has been going on other than that, but you know, any questions you do have, I'm happy to try to answer them from, you know, the knowledge I do have. Been getting a lot of people just saying they've been enjoying the videos and stuff, so that's cool. It's a win-win for me because I enjoy making them, and so if people enjoy watching them too, then yeah, all the better. I'll at least kill these mobs here and drop down into north and see what's going on, and you know, if the wing is occupied enough that there's nothing really for me to do in here. I need to pull something that I can get mana out of. But yeah, if the wing's occupied enough that I can't really do anything in there, then I'll drop down into the tunnels. And somebody claimed basement, but there's no way. I've never seen somebody actually, you know, you'd need a whole group down there to keep everything cleared. So I'll just fight around in the tunnels or something for some XP for now, and you know, maybe this video will never even get published if I don't get a chance to do anything in north, but you know, oh well. You guys have already seen me in entrance and down in the basement, so I won't put another video that's just more of the same kind of stuff on there. But I'll keep recording just in case I get an epic fight, or I do get into north and these guys are leaving, and I'm going to stick around and do something in there then. Alright, what have we got here? Ooh, 2 harm touches and a wizard, and a dude who can see invis. So I'll probably met up just a little bit more here, throw up Berserker Spirit and Rune. I'll live dangerously and just do Rune 3, and I'll try to lull the 2 harm touchers first, because they're the most dangerous to get aggroed. I wouldn't want to be successfully lull this guy, and then when I'm working on this guy it fails, and then I'm going to get harm touched twice and nuked, and they're going to be separated out from each other. Really, this guy'd probably be the best one to try to lull first, just because he's not going to be running up towards me with the other three. So I wouldn't be able to AoE stun and AoE mez this guy along with the other three, but I don't know how these NPCs will cast like shielding spells and stuff on themselves, I think sometimes. I don't know if that affects lull resist rate or anything, but anyway, I'll lull the harm touchers first. And then this guy, and I'll probably charm him and sick him on the harm touching dudes so that he gets smoked really quick, and then I'll be able to tap some mana back and clear out the rest of the stuff before I go into north and see what's going on. I should probably throw up at least a normal magic resist while I'm at it. It's always a good butt clencher when you're trying to lull stuff like this and you know you're probably going to die if it fails. Well, now I got a good odds of surviving though. There, okay. Easy. Losing a buff, divine power. I don't even know what that is. Some new pally spell or something. I really don't even know. I'm just gonna pull back here. My pet's stopping to buff himself. And I'll just fight back here to make sure I'm safe enough. Not gonna get aggro and killed out when I'm just clearing these dudes. I'll pretty much just be taking my time and XPing because, like I said, it looks like north is staying camped and it was mostly cleared too, so this will all be recorded for posterity, I suppose. I need to make a new thread. See if anybody has any suggestions about my videos, things they'd prefer to see me do or talk about while I'm doing them. Maybe I'll give streaming a shot again one of these days. The reason I haven't been streaming is because nope, don't dispel my root. Because my internet connection's not as fast as it used to be, and I think that streaming would be a stress on it. Even if I set the settings down a little bit and stuff, I don't want to stream like low, like, resolution that's not even fun to watch at. It's the nice thing about doing videos and then uploading them is that they're all full HD, so you can watch my videos and actually see, what's going on. Sounds like a lot of people just listen. Cool breeze fades. If I were thinking, guess I'm not, I would have recharmed this guy and used him to eat the next harm touch and to aggro this 2 in there. One of my favorite ways to break a group of mobs is to have a pet and just send it in there, you know? And then you can either start rooting things or cast an AoE mez and just back off the pet. And you know, it's a good way, it's as safe a way as any, I guess, to engage a group of mobs without them killing you. You know, if you're using... Oh, hello. Apparently my lull wore off and this guy was close enough to get pissy. What was I saying? My nukes might have pushed this guy far enough away that it then aggroed this guy. Oops. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I need to keep this guy mezzed for a sec because he doesn't have Tosh yet. But yeah, in terms of, you know, if you've got a group of like 5 mobs or something and you're trying to break it, it's pretty dangerous to try to lull it, because if you get a resist early on in the process of calming or lulling things, it'll get pretty nasty when they come running at you. You got 3 or 4 mobs and some of them harm touch or when you're in here or whatever. But if you charm something and use it, dang it, get myself killed. Stop trying to remember what I was talking about and actually pay attention here for a second before I do get myself killed. I could probably just... oh, bugger. Maybe I will trade buffs with that guy. Boy, these doors are annoying. Pet's beating this guy up pretty good. Yeah, that's a pain. That means I need a nuke extra. I think that's the best named in here. Oh no, there's something. The one guy can drop an adamantite club. I forget, but it's pretty rare. I don't know what that even is worth anymore. I wonder if the group that was in north got chased out, or if they're, what's up, leaving names. That name's fully popped, and there's stuff in the hallway over here spawned too. I do a pretty good job of timing my charm breaks. Like, I waited until their round of melee came from my pet to invis myself and quickly start my stun, in hopes of being able to catch him in the stun before he gets a round of melee off on me. It works pretty good most of the time. It's not foolproof. It's not perfect, but it's just a little something to pay attention to that gives you a chance of escaping some damage. Save yourself from having to recast runes quite as often. Just in the nick of time. I'm gonna save this guy for one more Theft of Thought. Just keep him rooted, it probably won't be too much longer. Up my his riotous health threw off my buff order, so now and maybe not everybody knows the way buffs will, like runes, if you have multiple stacking runes, the one that's higher in the buff order will get used up first. So right now my rune is going to get used up before my Berserker Spirit. Not what I want, because Berserker Spirit only lasts like 7 minutes and then wears off. It's nice to have it in front of runes so that efficiency, stuff like that. Alright, that makes it easy. I can actually invis verse undead because all three of the mobs right here are I'm just peeking through here to see what's going on. That's named with that's the 1124 sword that procs Dooming Darkness right there on that guy in East. But he's not realistic for me to be going after, so. Yeah, I don't know, these guys must have left or something. I assume they'd be back over in this area by now. Can't remember who it was claiming it was camped before. Paradox were the guys that were in there. Yeah, they're all zoned out now. Well, Howling Storms north it is. I guess this video will live to see the light of day. So, this is a safe spot, as safe as they come anyways. This barrier right here protects me from the stuff that paths around out here. Nothing paths up or down this hallway unless it's something that was aggroed. You got the 3 static spawns behind me. There's a number of spawns that path around. This guy goes in and out of that room right there. There's a number of mobs that walk around in the hallway, a number of mobs that stand still in the hallway. There's a room right in here where there's a key laying on the ground that opens the door to the boss chamber in north, and another named spot. There's a room over here, another named spot, and then around the corner in the back over here is where the head boss guy spawns. This wing, all the bosses in Howling Stones, except for Drusilla, can spawn in any of the named spots for a wing. Well, no, I guess not quite, but most of the names in here, any spot that can spawn a name can spawn any of them. So, if you're in here trying to solo, like I am, you just pick the spot you like to fight at the most and just work with that, because it has the same chance of spawning anything that you want as any other spot does. The only exception is the bosses that drop a key that gets you into the next wing, or Drusilla Sithir. I don't know if she's changed nowadays from pre-Valius days or whatever, but Pathers aren't spawned in here. Oh, maybe they are. Maybe you just had to wait. I'll use this guy. Nah, I'll grab this. Maybe not. If he ever gets his ass over here. That guy just keeps going back and forth. I'll see if I can kill that sentient pile, and I'll try to clear this hallway quickly. I might forego full XP on some of these kills just so that I can clear the hallway out a little more quickly and have a better chance of trying to pull some names out of the rooms. There's a couple other rooms to check too to see what's in them. Alright, this is a trap. Don't step on that carpet. Don't ever step on the carpet. Alright, I guess that's that. Kind of thought he was going to path around all the way in front of me. I don't know if there's still a pather missing from this hallway, or if it's changed since the last time I was here, or what. Not everything in here is respawned yet. There should be more mobs in that room, I'm pretty sure. Get stuck in here, that'd be a bad spot. Yeah, stuff hasn't all respawned since the group that was in here left. Excuse me. That's where the head boss guy spawns. And then just around this corner there's another door for that back room where the final named location is. I should have grabbed that extra golem too to make the fight go faster. Go get him now. Or not. There's the key that gets you into the back boss room. Well, apparently we went around the corner. I don't know, maybe not everything's spawned. Maybe the spawns in here have changed since the last time I played, and I don't know. You'd think that all the stuff in the hallway would be respawned before the stuff in the rooms, but maybe not. I don't think I can snag that bile when it comes in and out of that room quickly enough that it won't aggro stuff from inside. So I'm not going to bother with him. Deal with him later. I'm going to let my pet kill this guy. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to send my pet at this guy to die. Oh, what's going on here? Why is he chasing me? What in the world? Jeez, oh Pete's freaking me out. I can't resist the XP. Wait till my pet gets one more swing in. Oh yeah, there's repops now. beat to hell here. Because I think that Golem's mez is going to wear off here in a second too. Oh, that was close. Well, the Golem can finish this guy off and I'll still get full XP for him. Unfortunately, getting myself so beat up means I spend a bunch of mana on, if I can click correctly, I spend a bunch of mana on getting my runes back up. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is aggro that guy with my pet and hope I don't pull too much to handle. Here goes. Cool. Like I said, I'm not sure about the line of sight or the aggro ranges or whatever from inside that room. If you can do that regularly, as long as he comes all the way out and kind of parks in the middle there, or if it's only safe if he I don't know. Never mind. I'm just talking to my ass now, apparently. Shit. Got another one coming. Well, there's all the pathers that I thought were present in this hallway. They're all around. Reroll these guys. Well, this is what an enchanter in North looks like, though. You know, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of mobs in here. They wander all over. Stuff, their static spawns. It's quite a race trying to kill all the stuff that wanders through the hallways quickly enough that you can try to pull stuff out of the hall, or out of the rooms. But it's doable. Don't like that situation. Really would have liked them to be together so they beat my pet down in a hurry. But getting them together is going to get me really beat up. Try it, I guess. Oh, that wasn't so bad. I think the respawn in here is 26 minutes. Which, you know, I should be able to get that sentient bile pulled out of there. He's level 50. I'll have to haste a pet. Or use a couple pets to kill him. But he shouldn't be too tough. Crap, I'm gonna get hit. I didn't time that well. Shit. Come on, get me away from him. And the price I pay for trying to actually get XP on this stuff, I end up getting myself all beat to hell. I'm going to keep throwing up rune 3s because they last a little longer and they're a little more efficient than Berserker Spirit. a lot longer, last a lot longer. They're more efficient, but they only cost us 7 gold reagent, so that's no problem. I'm just going to let this golem die rather than get beat up again. And, well, I think I'm going to let him die anyways. I don't know, maybe I'll kill this thing. I believe that I have some wiggle room now. I've killed quite a few pathers out here. I'm pretty sure they're all down, so I got some room to work with in the hallway until the stuff to my left, the static mobs respawn, and that one pathing golem is the first one of the pathers in the hallway that'll be repopping. Check to see if anything new spawned, and yeah, I feel silly not at least trying to get. If he ends up at 0 or 1, I'll still be able to get him. And he's at 1. Oh, 2. God dang it. I don't think I can kill him with that nuke from. Oh well. I'll be greedy. Why not? Yelp 4. Wow, glad I killed that guy off. Golem Master, named. Now there's a mob that passed back and forth between that doorway and that one, where the other named is in there. Let's see what we got in here. So I'm gonna kill this guy. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll keep this guy alive long enough to get another Theft of Thought on him, and then I'll finish him off, and then I'll mat up to full rebuff. And see about getting that sentient pile. Just for the sake of killing a named on a video. I think he drops like nothing that's really very valuable. Stuff that's worth a few hundred plat, you know. This is the room that I've always worked on in North when trying to spawn names. You know, you'd have to be pretty hard off to be a solo enchanter and be too concerned about making money, because you know the stuff that you can get in here isn't going to be. The adamantite club is probably the one item in this whole wing that would sell for more than like 500 plat. But you know, if you are able to solo in here efficiently because you're a little higher level or something, or you're really good, then you know it doesn't hurt to be getting loot while you're in here XP. I'll use this guy. Sacrificial. Excuse me. Nah. I'll use Bind Sight and Lull instead. Not gonna. Shit. I should recast. I really should recast Berserker Spirit just in case. I don't have my shielding up right now either. pet will have a hard time with him, even with haste and slow. Since he's not dual wielding, that's really the crux of it. If my pet were dual wielding, it'd be enough of a difference maker to kill him, but he's not going to be able to get him all the way down. But he'll beat him down low enough that I'll be able to grab one more pet and finish him off. That root stuck pretty well for being against a level 50. The only trick with killing a name that's close to your level is that keeping him parked is difficult. And I guess now, I forget. I forgot the biggest change that I remember people talking to me about recently. That, maybe this guy can finish him off by himself with a little bit of help. Is that maybe level 51 plus NPCs will summon the person that's highest on their aggro list, even if they are rooted. That's a change from when I used to play, and it'll make soloing more annoying at higher levels. And you'll have to probably have to make use of memblers and stuff like that more often instead of just roots to keep yourself from getting killed. But I won't worry about that when I get to it. Now this guy will be able to just barely finish this dude off, assuming I don't get charm breaks and slow doesn't wear off. Of course, if I get a charm break, I just get to mana tap, but if slow wears off this thing, it'll wreck, because it hits for 140 and it has like twice as many hit points as my pet does, so when he's not slowed, he's gonna work him over. Take a screenshot for posterity. Oh, clarity. I'm approaching clarity too. It's getting me excited. Yay. Pain in the ass. Oh, there goes Shiftless Deeds. Pet's gonna get wrecked. But he held on. Good job, little fella. Stein of Tears is like a main hand only crappy item. While the hallways are still clear, I'll go try to check. Oh, hey. What are the odds? This is a real-life buddy of mine who probably hasn't logged on to P99 in like 4 years. That's shocking. When I saw the message, I thought, I was like, what random dude is asking me about my video right now? Well, that is surprising. He's actually the fellow who got me into this bottomless feaster right here is the one that goes back and forth between the two rooms that I want to get a target on. Because I want to try to bind sight on him to see what's in the other room. Actually, I guess since I know there's no other pathers, I can just invis and run up to the wall to look in. But this is the guy who got me started playing EverQuest originally back in the day. I remember going over to his house in like, I don't know, 8th grade, 9th grade, something like that. And he had been telling me about that sepulchre skeleton right there is, I think, the other name spawn. He'd been telling me about this cool new game, EverQuest, right? And I was like, nah, that sounds lame. I'm just going to keep role-playing in AOL chat rooms And then I finally went over to his house and tried it, and I think I made a dark elf and played it for as long as I possibly could before I had to leave. And then I immediately bought EverQuest after that, and shortly after that my parents got a second phone line because I used the main one all the time, but it didn't really help them because I just get on the phone with Krug here while also playing EverQuest till the phone died. Well, I think I'll call it good there. I'm going to catch up with my old buddy here who apparently has been playing P99 without my knowledge even. But you saw me putzing around in North. I'll see if I can get a kill on the named in the back of the place. Maybe the next time I make a video. I'll probably make 54 before I try that, because it's a nasty room. It's full of mobs, and level 50 Necromancer, he's quite a pain. But until then,